Okay, so we are done with alluvial soils. Black soil. Now, black soil covers most of the Deccan Plateau. Where is the Deccan? Deccan Players, IPL 2020 includes parts of Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh, and some parts of Tamil Nadu. In the upper reaches of the Godavari and the Krishna and the north, okay, and the northwestern part of the Deccan Plateau, the black soil is very deep. These soils are known as the Regur soils or the black cotton soils. The black soils are generally clayey, deep, and impermeable. Impermeable. They swell and become sticky when wet and shrink when dried. When it gets wet, when it gets moisture, it swells up. And when there's no water, when it dries up, it just shrinks, it becomes into cracks. So during dry season, these soils develop wild cracks. Thus, there occurs a kind of self-plowing. Because of this character of slow absorption and low of moisture, the black soil retains the moisture for a very long time, which helps the crops, especially the rain-fed ones, to sustain even during dry season. They take time to dry, but once they dry, they'll crack. So even if there is no rain, they are going to take in, the plants will stay, the crop will stay. Chemically, the black soils are rich in lime, iron, magnesium, and alumina. They also contain potash, but they lack in phosphorus, nitrogen, and organic matter. The color of the soil ranges from deep black to grey. Got it? Red soils develop on crystalline igneous rocks in areas of low rainfall in the eastern and southern part of the Deccan Plateau, along the Piedmont zone of the Western Ghat, long stretch area, occupied by red loamy soil. Yellow and red soils are also found in parts of Odisha and Chhattisgarh, and in the southern parts of the middle Ganga plain. Odisha and Chhattisgarh all are mines, red soil you are seeing, red, totally red. I have been to a iron ore quarry when blasting goes on, for taking out iron ore. You will become red. I have literally become red because I was into the iron factories also. I was an assistant GM. So I had to go into that quarry, I used to drive in the AC car, very nice, very dressed. Once I get down from the car, half an hour and I come back, no one recognizes me. I was decked up in the red dust. Everything is red around. A darkish, that rusty red, which happens on the iron, that type of redness is there. And but anyways, it cleans your skin very much. Suppose you have the dust all over you and you rub water on it and you just clean it with your finger, just rub little bit water on that place, you'll see it's become clean. But obviously you have to use soap to remove all that color from your, so it's also bad for your health. So these are found mostly in Odisha and Chhattisgarh. Now, this soil actually develops a reddish color due to wide diffusion of iron and crystalline and metamorphic rocks. Iron ore which comes out. It looks yellow when it occurs in an hydrated form. The fine-grained red and yellow soils are normally fertile, whereas coarse-grained soils found in dry upland areas are poor in fertility. They are generally poor in nitrogen, phosphorus, and humus. So no plantation will go around there. Generally nothing happens in those parts. There are only mines, only that stone coming out. Iron ore is coming out. Chips, they're broken into crushers, they're crushed up, and huge boulders also come out, they're broken up. It's a huge affair. Now we come to the laterite soil. It's derived from the Latin word later, which means brick. The laterite soils develop in areas with high temperature and high rainfall. This is the result of intense leaching due to a tropical area. Or rather tropical rains happening. With rain, lime and silica are leached away. The soils rich in iron oxide and aluminium compound are left behind. Humus contents of the soil is removed fast by the bacteria that thrives well in high temperature. These soils are poor in organic matter, nitrogen, phosphate and calcium, while iron oxide and potash are excess. Hence, laterites are not suitable for cultivation. Applications of manure and fertilizers are required for making the soil fertile for cultivation. Red laterite soils in Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Kerala are more suitable for tree crops like cashew nuts. Laterite soils are widely cut as bricks. When you go to the south part, you will see these red houses and the red stone houses. They are just normally cut soil, and it's cut into pieces and put for walls. These soils have mainly developed in the higher areas of the peninsula plateau. The laterite soils are commonly found in Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Madhya Pradesh and the hilly areas of Odisha and Assam. Okay. Arid soils. Arid soils range from red to brown in color. They are generally sandy in structure and saline in nature. In some areas, the salt content is so high, saline salt is so high that common salt is obtained by evaporating the saline water. Due to the dry climate, high temperature and accelerated evaporation, the lack of moisture and humus, nitrogen is insufficient and the phosphate content is normal. Lower horizons of the soil are occupied by conker layers because of the increasing calcium content downwards. The conker layer formation in the bottom horizons restrict the infiltration of water when irrigation is made available. The soil moisture is readily available for sustainable plant growth. Arid soils are characteristically developed in western Rajasthan, which exhibit characteristics arid topography. These soils are poor and contain little humus and organic matter. Saline soils. Saline soils are also known as Usara soils. Usara or Usara soils. Saline soils contain a larger portion of sodium, potassium and magnesium, and thus they are infertile and do not support any vegetative growth. They have more salts largely because of dry climate and poor drainage. They occur in arid and semi-arid regions and in waterlogged and swampy areas. Their structure ranges from sandy to loamy. They lack in nitrogen and calcium. Saline soils are more widespread in western Gujarat, deltas of the eastern coast and in the Sundarbans of West Bengals. In the Rann of Kutch, the southwest monsoons bring salt particles and deposit there as a crust. Sea water intrusion in the deltas promote the occurrence of saline soils. And in the areas of intensive cultivation with excessive use of irrigation, especially in areas of green revolution, fertile alluvial soils are becoming saline. So, which results in the deposition of salt on the top layer of the soil. In such areas, especially in Punjab and Haryana, farmers are advised to add gypsum to solve the problem of salinity in the soil, to remove the little bit of saltiness of the soil. Okay, so this is all about soils. So I'll come back in the next class with the PT soils and the rest of degradation and how we take care of the soil erosion and soil erosion, soil degradation, and after that soil conservation, how do we conserve the soil, and after that we'll finish. Okay, and then I'll come with your notes and your question answers. So take care till then, be good, be safe, have fun, and do some physical activities. Take care of yourselves and respect your parents and love them as much as you can. Thank you so much, and God bless you, and see you soon, and do whatever you want after your studies. Bye bye.